Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I was out running around. Thought I was going to do grocery shopping and drop something off at a friend's house and did the friend's house first and left there and said, "Oh, it's 10 to 4. I have to hurry up, go home." So I didn't even do grocery shopping.
I thought maybe it was me.
No, it's just I logged in on my phone in the car thinking if somebody logged in, I could say, "Hey, I'm almost home." But then I was afraid I wouldn't be able to log in on my computer. So
Yeah. I'm going to turn off this light. It's blinding me.
Oops. Hello. Hello.
Hi. I got hung up at Linda's house. Oh, close that.
Everything okay with Linda?
Yeah, I was dropping off my book. I gave her my book because I found it on Audible as an Audible book
Oh, cool.
and I could get it with a free credit. So I just put it on my Audible app and gave her my book. And then I took her a Tammy candle and then we were talking. And so I think she plans on continuing with Word Walkers.
Good.
The iPad.
I think it's Denise.
Huh?
Are you the iPad, Denise?
I am the iPad. Why are you asking?
Because we don't see your face.
Your face went away.
Oh, no, I have it hidden
We
because I made it.
We can watch you eat what you eat.
don't mind you eating.
It's just a muffin.
Wonder where Sherry is.
I didn't know. She knew about it. I know. We talked about it.
Oh, okay. Hopefully she's not stuck working.
Hmm.
So I put a poll on Facebook today to see if anybody would respond to, do they want to participate in the event in person or virtual? And then Connie added either as an option, which is actually a good choice. I didn't really think about. But there's 3 votes for either, 1 vote for virtual, no votes for in person. That's not many people.
And then again?
Yeah.
3 votes for either,
Hmm.
1 vote for virtual, and 0 votes for in person. And I mean, I consider the either to be in person votes only because they obviously don't care one way or the other.
Oh.
Oh, I voted for it, so. And then Joyce, one person says, I imagine if I can't be there in person, virtual probably wouldn't happen. Like, I think a lot of people, even though they wouldn't mind it being virtual, but they don't think that they would be committed to doing it. It's kind of like doing online schooling. Some people can do it and some people can't. But I have had some thoughts on it, so.
And did anyone sign up yet? Besides that one first person?
Well, Deanna, who's speaking, was one. There's one since then, like on the 3rd of December, there was one more registrant. So that's it. So my thought on it has been, I hate the idea of postponing it because I think people need to connect with us now. But, and I don't think that a full day virtual conference people can do. I've tried to do that for youth conferences, can't do it. But what I was thinking, like we talked about last time, was doing some type of regular, like doing individual, maybe doing the lectures, like the speakers all doing their speaking, like maybe post a new speaker once a week all through the month of January. Like, then have, or even twice a week, post a speaker's topic and they speak, and then maybe the day of the event, do a virtual breakout session time where you can kind of, that way it's not a whole day event, but it's still an opportunity to connect with the speakers and with each other in small groups. Does that make sense?
And people can watch the videos
Whenever they want.
whenever they want, and that'll give them
Yeah.
some time to come up with some questions and
Right.
different things. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I've had to sit through a couple Zoom conferences.
Oh, and they're terrible.
Terrible.
It's too easy to get distracted by what's going on. So that's, yeah, I thought if we all had our own, and that way we could have as many people, anybody who feels like there's a topic they want to share, we're not limited to just 3 or 4 speakers then too. If you're ready to, to share a message, if you have your message put together and you're ready to share it, what I would like to do tonight, I am recording the Zoom meeting because I want to see how well does that record, how well I can access it, and can I convert it to a YouTube video? Because I would like to convert it to a YouTube video and then share that, because then that way you can do we can do the
video right through Zoom.
right. So say Kathleen says, hey, my video, like my message is ready. I'm ready to share my message. So we can set up where she and I get together on one Zoom call, just the 2 of us. I do an introduction. Here's Kathleen, it's on speaker mode. It'll record it. It'll do all the recording for us. And then I just create it into a YouTube video and then we share your link. And if everybody's available or if everybody's ready in a 2 or 3 day period and we record them all, that's fine, because they're only going to be posted every 3 or 4 days or whatever. And we'll just put them all out there as they get done and people can watch them at their leisure and they can go back and look at things that they want to see and stuff like that. And I think, it's just going to be a free event that, we'll refund the 2 people who bought tickets, and it might encourage people to invite other people to our Facebook page. So that's the one thing is our Facebook page is our private page. So what I was going to do is see if I can change the Eventbrite so that it somehow directs them to the Facebook page to request to join it, to be able to view the videos. I just haven't looked deeply into that. I'm going to talk to everybody and see what y'all thought first, though.
Can't just make the page public.
Well, once it's private, you can't make it public because the people who joined it as a private page, and it will not let you change it to a public page once you have members.
That's
So I have to create a whole new page.
yeah. Yep. Okay.
But I don't think that'll be too difficult to do. The nice thing is there is an option on there that you can pre-approve people for the Facebook page. So if somebody goes on to Eventbrite and reserves a seat, if I do it as a free event and they reserve a seat, I'll get their information and maybe I can approve them ahead of time so that they would just automatically be on.
Yeah.
You approve them.
Maybe a part of the Eventbrite instructions are to tell them to go to the Facebook page to be set up, to be ready to go. So that they're doing that ahead of time.
No,
Make that a
I have to do that ahead of time. When I get their registration, I have to make them pre-approve them. Otherwise, they'll have to go on and request approval. You're saying request your approval before well, considering it's
So
all.
you just have to click
Huh?
accept. So all you have to do then
Yeah.
is click accept and just like have a dual list going. These are all the people that are registered, and that way they're taking some responsibility for it as well. And all you have
They
to
have
do
to
is
do that no matter what. I can't make
Okay.
them a member. I'm just saying I can, if I can, I might be able to pre-approve them. So when they do go to our page and request to be a member, I don't have to go and push the approve. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only thing I'm talking about. Anybody else has anybody else had any thoughts or anything as you're praying about all this and thinking about the conference and what's going on? What have your thoughts been? That's what came to me.
I think those are awesome options.
So you're saying still have it on it in January and just lead up to it with all of the
Do all the speakers leading up and then
and
do
the
like,
day of.
do like a couple hour or an hour long breakout session, discussion time, call it whatever, and then that way, if people want to get together and discuss it and connect, we can do it that way. I mean, there's always the option too of, on Facebook, people it may become a discussion board all in itself as each video is presented and questions are presented and stuff like that. But, I don't know. What do you think, Dee?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds good to do that. And I agree that a full day of Zoom would be too much. That's a good compromise. I'm honestly leaning to I think we should maybe try to revisit it later in the year for an actual in-person.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with trying to do a real one later on in the year. I just don't want to not do anything.
No, I agree with that then. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like this would definitely, I mean, we can even take advantage of it to do what you're saying. And then just keep that page and I can help you with that, but to keep it going until we do meet again, in person, with weekly somethings or, that makes sense and see what kind of response we get up to it. But it's not like we have to do it in January, be done. And then, we'll have another something in May or
Right.
June. We
Yeah.
keep that page active to keep them, to keep that available. So no, that's a great idea. I agree that a full day online, I honestly
Too
don't.
much. Right.
It's not just it's too much, but you don't get much out of it. I don't care what the content is. It's just not there. The of the conference and and Diane's mem and everything is what we feel when we're together. And but I agree that it's important to keep it there, to maintain that, so that we just pick up next year. Everything will go back to normal. We can go back to a full in-person next January. But in the meanwhile, we can have something later in the year for that.
Right. And later in the year, maybe it's a half-day event or something, or, the fit schedules or whatever. But I agree. I would love if everybody, and if every single person was willing to do like between now when we finish this and that event, if everybody just is willing to, even if it's find a devotional you like and read a devotional,
Yes.
and share your thoughts and ideas about it. If you're willing to do a video that way we can continue to have some type of connection. We can even invite them to join us and do their own videos and devotionals, and you know what I mean?
Yes. And we need to figure out some way to maybe try and get to get more more visits to that. So that's something I can think of separately. We could talk about another time. But how do you drive people to a page?
Yeah.
And
Now, I
that's
do know that when there's times where I post things on there and it gets, I mean, it's all about the time of day and stuff like that too. But, you know, I think we have, let me look at how many people we have. We have 61 members.
Was there a reason you were keeping it private?
Well, I think when we first started it, Sydney, I think originally started it for me. And I think the reason it was private is because we weren't sure, like, we didn't necessarily want everybody in the world just being able to get in there and, but I guess you can have a private page and still filter,
public.
edit the content, like keep people from saying and doing things.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I just, because I did go on today to see if there was a way to make it private, or I mean, to make it public, and it said that this cannot be, a private page cannot be made public in order to protect the
Original members.
members of the group. So
Yeah.
the only other option I could think of is start a new one that is public and hope that everybody switches over.
Well, you can just invite them.
Right, right.
Or I wonder if you could, I mean, if you know those 61 people, have them unfollow the page so that you have no followers. And, you know, or unfriend them and then try to make it private or public.
Hmm. I don't know.
And then that way it keeps the content
Right.
of what you have on there. I mean, you could just keep track. I mean, it's worth a shot. And I was just Googling it to see if that's a possibility, but Facebook isn't always user friendly.
Right. Right.
So I don't know if once one page is private, whether or not, like, for my business, we have one page, but there's 3 other pages that are all connected to that one page. So I don't know if, because the original page, or like what like it would be you and then it's the business page. And I don't know if you can do that with personal pages. I don't know if what you set up was personal or a business page.
Like I said, Sydney set these up because she was the one who was gonna take care of social media.
Well, it looks like it's a, hold on, I'm looking at it. And you can make the page
It's an
visible.
event page? No, it's a group. It's a group.
Yeah, it's a private group, but
Yeah.
you can make the page visible.
Well,
So
I have it visible to everybody.
Okay, because that
So-
way people search for it, they can find it.
Right. But I just have to approve them being on, like, they can't see content of the page.
Right,
So-
until you approve them.
Right.
I think anybody can see it.
Yeah,
Because they would have to, because I don't, otherwise they would have to have an invite, like, trying to think. Marcy, you don't have, you're on your phone, right?
Yeah, I am.
Can you, are you able to get on Facebook without,
I can get on Facebook on my computer.
yeah, go on Facebook and search This Is Us Women's Conference in Pittsburgh and see if you can see the group. Because I can share the group address.
Tony, it's saying here on Google that you can change it. You go to your Facebook group, click the dots, and edit group. Scroll down until you see privacy, then change the privacy settings. Did you try that? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure you did.
whenever you go there, it says this group cannot be made public.
Because she has members who joined as private. If you didn't have any members join as private, then you could probably switch it.
Yeah, that's what Connie or Kathleen,
Yeah.
was saying, maybe if I got rid of everybody, but then I'd have to get everybody back. And if we're gonna do that, it might be better to start a new group and then link this page to that. Or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see the page.
Okay, now,
I can see content on it.
oh, you can?
Yeah.
Is there a place to like or join it? Well, you know what, I think she started 2 of them, now that I think about it. I wanted me to try them both out to see what I thought. This is what the page looks like.
Yeah, no, that's not the page that I'm on. It has no cover photo.
Yeah.
But Sydney's there.
Yeah, that's the other one that she started. Is it? So it must.
That's the one I see.
That's the one you see?
Yeah, it says this is us in pink.
Yep.
Yeah, you see this one.
Oh, here. I
Yeah.
see it.
Yes.
This can't really tell.
So,
Let's see. Mm-mm. I can. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is.
well, I can try to join.
The one with 61 members. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. All right. So it does say it's private. Only members can see who's in the group and what they post. It's visible to anyone. Anyone can find this group.
Does it show that you can request to join?
Yeah, I can click join group.
Okay,
And at the bottom, there's like an invitation to join it.
okay, good. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I just hit join and it's not doing anything
I'm
except,
saying I just approved you.
oh. There we go.
So it's that simple.
So where do you see the posts?
Once you join, you can see. You should be able to see them.
Oh, just
Maybe refresh. Maybe refresh your computer.
oh, okay.
So you already have pages. You already have multiple pages in the group. Pages may be managed by multiple people. There are pages in this group. Pages may be managed by multiple people who can see all group members and content. Learn more. How can I see the member list of a Facebook group?
So they actually have on the groups, they have a video chat option on Facebook. So on the group room option, it says get the group together on video chat, create a room to instantly connect to other members on a video chat. I'm wondering if you can create multiple rooms for like breakout session type, you know how we were saying?
You run into but if you do it strictly through Facebook, you run into that same problem of not everybody having Facebook.
Well, they're gonna have to have Facebook to, well, that's how they're gonna
View it.
have,
Right.
that's how they're gonna view the videos.
Yeah. Can you do the same thing that Pastor Dan does? So you're going to take this recording, you're going to get a file when you close Zoom today, and you're going to get, a file that's going to download onto your computer, and you're going to try to upload it to YouTube.
Yeah,
So so that's the same thing that Pastor Dan does is,
Right.
it's in multiple formats. So not necessarily have to have Facebook, being able to
no, I
reach more
guess
people.
technically I could just send out the YouTube link as well as post it on Facebook to make it easy for the Facebook group. And then for people who don't have Facebook or aren't in the group, if they register on Eventbrite, then they will get the YouTube link.
Yeah, just give them multiple ways and just probably maybe always just advertise it that way.
Yeah, I could do that.
I think options in a virtual world is good for people that are, not everybody technically with it, like me.
Well, that too, like you said, if they don't have Facebook,
Mhm.
they can always just go to the YouTube. That's a good idea. Good thinking.
And then will the Zoom, the breakout sessions on the 26th, they'll be Zoom and we'll be in rooms.
I think
Yes.
in the 26th.
The 30th.
It's the 30th.
It's the 30th. Okay.
Okay. I just clicked on watch parties and it says watch, chat, and react to the same videos at the same time with
Mhm.
members.
Yes. So that's something they could, I
If you
guess,
watch it with friends and then
yeah, like if you and a couple of your friends wanted to watch the video together, they could watch it in a watch party. Or that's a good way. They could even share and invite their friends to watch from there, I would think.
Tanya,
You could,
what information do you have on the current members? Do you have emails or phone numbers or any contact information on any of the 60?
If they bought a ticket through Eventbrite, I have their emails. If they did not, if they just joined the group because they knew somebody, because there's people on this group who joined the group either as a like they walked in and then they joined the Facebook group, or maybe a friend invited them to join the Facebook group. So if they bought a ticket before, then we have their information. That answer your question?
Yeah, I was just thinking that it only 62 members, it wouldn't be, if we had some concrete contact information, it would be easier, just easy enough just to contact each one individually, via email or even a phone call.
Well, the thing is, if they're members on the Facebook page, I can easily just message each of them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's the same as, if they've taken the time to join the Facebook group, I should be able to just message them and they should get it that way. If I
like
do,
I'm looking at your last post that you put up, the poll, and it was seen by 21 people, but only 2 people
Right.
did any with it. So I have a feeling that, a lot of people either haven't had an opportunity yet. I'm trying to find another post where you did something to see what the seen by. Here's seen by 27 back on December
My
13th.
fault. With the 21 people seen by 21 and only 7 people voting, that to me says a lot of people are not planning on attending.
Right.
Because if they were, they could have responded.
so I'm having an additional thoughts with the watch party thing. So, I mean, maybe that could also be, that could be another call to action, either on Eventbrite or once, the communication that they get once they register on Eventbrite. If we're 2 or more are gathered together is the call to action that I would make, that like make it a watch party. So you're, the whole purpose of moving forward is to continue in this fellowship. And so as you're watching these videos, don't do it alone, create a watch party where 2 or more are gathered together, something like that. That way it's a call to action to touch more people and bring them in.
And we can just say, like, at the beginning of the videos, as we record the videos, if I do a introduction of the speaker and say, as you're preparing to view this video, feel free to start a watch party and invite your friends to watch it with you or something.
Yeah, or go back and watch it again with friends.
Yeah.
At the intros, so music is such a huge thing for all of us. Like, would you consider doing the screen share? So your introduction, a worship song, then the speech, and now we're increasing either that or throwing the worship songs that we were planning on into, like, this is a song you would have heard if we were together, kind of. And so that could be yet another post weekly, or, so now you've got a speaker, you've got that, a worship song that would have been a part of this conference, kind of a thing. And that's another touch in a week as we lead up to it.
Yep. Mhm. Sounds good.
And then the advertising. So someone asked, how do we get more people? You can do Facebook advertising extremely cheaply, and you can very narrowly target demographics. And that might reach more people then. You could throw $5 at it, and it increase in some way. Either the followers or the post reach.
I
The
think you
Facebook
have to have a
advertising.
public group though.
Only in a public group.
Yeah, because all it'll do in a private group is reach out to the people in your group.
Right.
Yeah.
So, 'cause those boosting, they reach out to, like, you could pick the zip code. Like, I want it to go to everybody in zip code, blah, blah, blah. And, or friends of friends, but if the group's private, it's only gonna, and then when people click on it, it becomes a hassle for them because now they gotta, wait to
Be
accepted
approved
to
before they
the
can do
page
anything.
and- Yeah.
All right. I think the first thing I'm going to do is look at getting the group to be public. The next thing we need is to know who will be ready when and how quickly can you pull your talks together and who wants to, who wants to go when. And Denise and Marcy, you're welcome to also, put something together. Obviously, I'll probably just start off with I guess just here's what's happening kind of, what's happening kind of.
I'll be ready. I can't do anything the first week of January. It's just crazy going back. But I could do a video like on the 14th or the 15th.
Okay. So, let's see. That's supposed to be a youth group retreat. I have a feeling that's going to get postponed. So if we do the video that day to be posted for Saturday. So if we do we did music and a video, 1, 2, 3, 4. Margie, how much time do you think you'll need?
I'm considering revamping the whole thing, so I don't know. Sorry. But I did have another question. Can you track how many people or how many times our site was visited a day, or
Maybe, I don't know.
that's available on Facebook?
Yeah, you can get the insights.
Let me get there.
Tony, how much of a big deal would it be that if you put a link on the private page to a public page that you just create?
Yeah,
And
I don't
And
think.
then just continue to update the private page for those that don't move over so that we don't lose anybody in the cracks for
Yeah.
a period of time, then eventually just let it go. But to make a double post,
Yeah, no, I don't.
You just would click share. So if you just put everything initially on the private page and then share it to the public page. So it would just be maybe as simple as clicking share from that post.
It might be better to go to put it on the public
then
site
go to,
and share it to
And
the.
then share it to the private. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't see that way that just in case somebody's not, I mean, that's just leaving it out there for whoever, but anybody that's active on the private page that sees the link and the information to go to the public page will more than likely go. But those handful that, might stay back in order not to leave them in the dark could still continue to post to it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so by making it public, that means any one of the members can, wait,
Anyone in the world.
Anybody who
post-
can join the
post-
group.
can join it. Well, and you don't have to approve it anymore,
Right, and can see our posts.
but can they post?
Yes, but you can set them up to, I think even in a public group, I think you can set it up so you have to approve the posts.
That would be good, I think. I mean, I don't know, that might be too much work.
I think that's how we started off, is not wanting people to just start posting, because people will use a group like that to advertise their
Who knows? Yeah, anything.
sitting business, if which is not the intent of the group. So I was just looking for the data. Member request. Schedule post. Activity log.
Hmm.
People join in the group. We've had people joining the group all summer or all year long so far. I don't know. Growth. 61 total members.
You got to refresh. You've got 62 now.
45 active members. One approved.
Wonder what that means.
Probably
People
just
that interact with the page.
That's what I was kind of curious about. If 61 people looked at it last February, but who's looked at it since then?
in December, we had spikes on the page. Popular days are Fridays. Popular times is 6 p.m.
But Fridays at 6 p.m. is when the videos should post.
Yeah.
Yeah, back and look on the page in November, December, there were a lot more that were seeing it.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. That's some interesting information.
Mhm.
Okay, well, that's something we can look at too. But we really need, I'm going to, all right, so who else do we need for speakers is Connie. Who's our speaker?
Deanna.
Oh, Deanna, she's on here now. Hi, Deanna. Didn't realize you were on. I was on Facebook. Are you here?
Yeah, I see her. She's muted.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just wondering if she muted and walked away. I'm gonna text Connie.
I'm here. I was in an elevator.
Oh, okay. So we discussed in the beginning, there's only been one other purchase on the website and poll.
So
that
we're up 50%.
Yeah, exactly. The poll I put out has been seen by some people and only like 7 people have responded. Nobody has said in person only. They've said either or virtual. And with the way things are going. So here's what we kind of have been leaning toward is we don't think a 1 hour or a whole day virtual conference is gonna cut it. That would suck. So for them and for us, but
Oh, definitely. I've done it. It's horrible.
it's terrible. So have I. That's what we've all said, those of us who've done it. So what we would like to do is everybody is to post a video of a speaker, maybe some of the music that we would have normally been using at conference, a couple times a week, so that every single person who wants it, all the speakers are able to get their message out there and speak, and we'll put the videos out there on Facebook, on our Facebook group, and with a YouTube connection, so that people can watch it at their leisure, and then offer on the day of the event, offer a Zoom meeting that can be for breakout sessions for an hour or two.
Oh, an hour.
You know, that way, because, you know, our breakout sessions were about 45 minutes to an hour anyway. If we
Okay.
like we could do 2 hours with 2 different options for breakout sessions. Or, I mean, if you wanted, we could do more. That way people could go to 4 different breakout sessions if they wanted to. But I don't know how well they'll be attended, so I don't necessarily want to commit everybody to a half a day of video breakout sessions if nobody's going to show up for them. Do you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm thinking a couple of hours, do breakout sessions to allow people to get together and connect, and maybe discuss with the speakers their questions, their topics, you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan?
Okay. So a half a day, 2 speakers, 2 breakouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
A half a day, 4 hours.
no,
No, I didn't think that is what you were saying.
no, I'm thinking like it would be 2 days or 2 hours
On the 30th.
on the 30th.
Okay.
Have a Zoom meeting for 2 hours where there's breakout sessions. And basically it's kind of, it maybe even more like a meet and greet and just reconnect with people. But we'll call them breakout sessions based on the topics that you talk about in your videos, or however else you want to expand on your topics. That way too, when you do your video, you can kind of think ahead to your breakout session and leave little teasers in your video. Like if you'd like to look, you know, I have a lot more information on this. I'd love to discuss it more deeply with you if you want to join us for a breakout session on the 30th. Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I just need to know how quickly y'all can get your videos or your talks ready so that we can get them recorded and put on YouTube. So, and the way I was talking about recording them was doing a one-on-one Zoom meeting with you
Okay.
and just recording them on Zoom and then turning it into a Facebook video,
Okay.
if that would work. And
Yeah.
so I'm recording this meeting just so I can see how well that transitions.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anything else that Deanna needs to know that she wasn't in on yet that you can think of? All right, so
So that's kind of decided then. That's how we're rolling.
I think so. Anybody
Okay.
have any opposition to that? Or any reasons why you think that would not be a good way to go with the way things are going? Because I love the idea of getting together. I just don't see people coming out for it. I've seen so many events where people just simply don't show up. And if all we have is basically one person. sign,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, even if by some miracle we drive a ton of people to it and end up with 20 people there. It's not that we wouldn't do it for 20 people, but I don't see that happening.
Right.
I mean, when we had 20 people, we had those tickets already sold by now.
True.
Right.
And the thing is we talked about the postponing. I don't want to postpone this event. I'm not opposed to having an event. I don't want to postpone this because I think this needs to be done. Because I keep getting this strong desire to quit. Getting this, it's just not worth it feeling. And I know that's just Satan saying stop, because I know what good, he knows what good we have done. So I'm really hoping that even through all this, he's not going to win. We just still have to do something. That's why I want to at least do something virtual if we can't do it in person.
Our resolve from the beginning was, especially with this pandemic, but even before that was, it wasn't about the numbers, it was about the one.
Right.
And that's where we have to stay. Yes, we would absolutely love to be able to put time and effort into help to 500 people attending a conference in our church, and all of these people developing in their relationship with Jesus. But we also know that it's not about the numbers. And even though somebody might not be responding to the Facebook page or adding information to the poll, you still don't know with the content who's being reached. So I think what we're doing will be just fine. And like we said, we won't know who will be reached or who will be touched. And maybe that's another thing. When I was looking at my phone, just different things that we can do on the page to promote it or to get interaction. And it's not just about polls, but putting up different type of content to get interaction with that, and or specifically messaging some of the people on there, just conversation with those. And there's not a lot of members, so to message them and say, hey, just checking in, how are you doing, this is what's going on, like make it more personal, to get them to re-interact with the page or to bring things. So there's a lot of different things that we haven't been doing because we didn't feel that it was necessary, but now that might be a step that we can take.
Right. Okay.
Don't be discouraged. So I guess what we have now is just to get, so the goal is that on the 30th is going to be the breakout session.
Yes.
And we're going to lead up to that with different talks and different things.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, unless I keep trying to go back to in person. I really desperately want to go back to in person, but part of me thinks, well, maybe if we do all the speakers on video and then we just invite them to get together for breakout sessions for the morning or the afternoon, and don't do lunches, just get together. But at the same time, how many levels of complication the hard part, the worst part I have experienced with COVID is that I feel like we can't make any decisions, that things change every day. So I've lived through this whole thing saying, well, I'm just going to wait and see how it plays out, and I'm going to keep my plans the way they are. And then if something changes, if I have to cancel something, I will. And so often it happens that I'm canceling things, and I'm canceling them at the last minute, and it affects this person, it affects that person. And that's why I kind of really want to make a decision today, what we want to, what has to happen. And I've been praying for guidance. I don't know that I've gotten anything. I haven't gotten anything specifically from scripture or anything like that. I just know that we can't put it all off until summer. I know that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%.
And that's why I think that's why I feel like the best way to do this is to space it out, like to do regular videos, make something available regularly throughout the month to stay connected and develop that, let people start to develop that relationship with us again, just because one of the things people say every time they come to a conference is they talk about how real the speakers are, how honest they are, how they speak from their heart, how they touch them. And you can accomplish that from a video as well as you can in person because of the honesty And, that's the thing about This Is Us. It is just saying, here we are naked and exposed in front of you, just normal, everyday people. We're no different than you are. And if you present yourself that way, then every single person is going to feel that connection. And we can accomplish that through a video. And I think now with so much COVID depression going on and so much crap that people, I think everybody expects 2021 to be the change. Like everybody thinks that because New Year's Day started, that all of a sudden everything should be different. And it's not going to be. And I think we're going to have a lot of people who have built up their hopes for a new year when nothing changes.
They're gonna crash.
So if I would like for us to be a consistent, regular look, we're where you are. We are where you are right now. We are not afraid because of this, and this. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have, that's why I really feel like we should not be, we can't let it go. And I think it would have more value at this time to have consistent, regular interactions than try to spend a whole day together, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I think Connie said she could be ready possibly next weekend. What sort of video? Okay. I'm going to call her after this. So I might be able to get Connie's done first. Deanna, any idea how long you might be?
Oddly, I really don't have a whole lot going on, so I don't know. I could go the following week. Is that what you're doing, one a week?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter when you can be ready sooner than when I post you. We just need to make sure I want to get things going at least starting this coming week. And I know that Kathleen's not going to be ready. Connie said she may be. So if you and Connie can be ready for next week sometime, you let me know what day and time works best for you and we'll get something recorded. Because I'd like to post something, because I can do the music. I can post music in the beginning of the week, and then we can do a speaker at Friday at 6 was what we were saying would be a good time to do that. And the nice thing is Kathleen, even if yours goes, even if we can't record yours until the 15th, I can post you the next week, even if we can't get you out on a Friday.
Tony, what's required of the post? Because originally it was supposed to be just a 5 to 10 minute thing because
Now I'm
I'd like
talking about doing
teaser.
your full conference.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to
Your
be sure.
full conference speech, like
Presentation.
whatever you were planning on saying at the conference. Plan on doing it here. And then if you want to, after that, like we said, we would like to kind of keep in contact with them ongoing from here on. So if you want to share a 5-minute scripture or devotional, something like that, I would like to continue to keep those types of contact out there. And that's for anybody who wants to share something. All right, so
I don't think I can be ready next week just because I need a full day because I've made my speech way too big and I have to it could be 3 things. So I just want to organize it and cut it into one, really one topic, one aspect.
well, there's no reason if you wanted to, you could do it in 3 sections.
Yeah, why not?
Because we're not limited at this point
It's only Fridays. You don't really have to do only Fridays.
no, we can post multiple times throughout the month. It's up to you. If you want to,
Let me just get one done. And then, let me see steps.
yeah, no, that's fine. Do you think that we could like next Friday or Saturday evening, would you be able? Do you think that would give you enough time? Or would you need to go later?
I would love to go later.
Why don't we look at for next Friday? Maybe that can be the music that you were talking about.
Well, I was gonna do music and my intro throughout the week that week, but we'll do, I mean, whatever I get, whenever we get it, we'll.
I have a feeling like next week is kind of really pushing unless we have Connie that would, what did Connie say? Is she ready?
She said that she could possibly be ready next weekend.
Yeah. So next week, like you said, go ahead and do what you were going to do. And maybe that Friday, we'll have to figure something else out. And then the next couple of weeks is when we can do the speakers.
Okay.
I mean, I realize you probably don't want to crowd the speakers all toward the end, but
Right.
really, we could probably do the, like, reading a devotional and having comments just to get it started and introduce ourselves. It could be, I mean, depending on whether you want to start soon and get something out there versus have the whole content of a speaker out there first.
Well, what I think, I do want to start soon, but I just want to get out there and let them know this is what's coming.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you can at least get, like Kathleen said, maybe the 15th and maybe Connie the 22nd, Deanna the following week. Like if we can have them have the speakers at least give a concrete date, then we can build up to that and have it ahead of time so that people know to tune in, especially like use that as and then in between that, we can find, like you said, the little 5-minute devotionals. We could talk more on that.
You can work like the devotionals and stuff. I'm thinking of those after the event, like, because I don't want to bombard them
Okay.
with a bunch of posts from us too. I don't want them like feeling
Okay.
like,
No, I agree.
so I think we, if we say, keep an eye on the page for, these are every Friday at 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
we're going to be posting a new speaker. We'll be sharing some of the music that we would have been sharing at the conference. And actually, I think we're going to have to pick another day to share speakers too, because if we do every Friday, and even if I get somebody who's recorded and ready to be posted on next Friday, well, we would have to do every Friday if we're going to do all 4 speakers, because the 29th would be the last Friday before the conference.
Yeah, you need somebody ready to go recorded by next Friday in order to make that happen.
Right.
Which, I mean, that could happen. Connie said maybe
Yeah, I'm
next.
going to talk to
yeah.
her. I'm going to talk to her and see if she
If
can.
you, but if you just do one each Friday, right, then the one on the 29th, a lot of people may not have listened to yet.
Right, they might have trouble getting to it, right?
Yeah.
But we can also plan on if we do the 2-hour session, breakout session thing, it could be in the afternoon or whatever, so it's not like
That's true, right?
morning. It's not going to be 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get Connie nailed down for.
You want to get some concrete dates now, though, from the
That's
other
what
ones. So you
Deanna-
talk to Connie the 8th. Have your speakers pick what Friday they want.
Right,
Pick your
that's
time for Friday.
what I'm
Yeah,
trying to do. All
I'm
right.
just trying to help you so you don't have leave here with 1,000 questions still.
Nope. So I'm gonna call Connie afterwards and push her into the 8th. So it doesn't come to me. Yes, take what's left over. Kathleen, you were saying that you wouldn't be ready till the 15th. So that would be that we wouldn't be ready to even discuss recording till the 15th. So would you be better for the 22nd for yours to be? When do you think would be a good day for us to record?
Record it.
I could be ready to record by the 15th.
Before the 15th or like,
Here, let me look at my
only because we want to post it on the 15th, so
Oh, I see what you're
in case
saying.
there's any editing or issues.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because next week's a little crazy. Okay, yeah, and I don't want to push it. I
So
mean-
when would be a good day? Would there be a better day the next week to record for you?
Yeah, so any day but Tuesdays and Thursdays.
How about Monday, the 18th?
Yeah, yeah, I could do that.
Okay. 6 o'clock work for you?
Yes.
Okay. Deanna, do you think you could do a day the next week, like somewhere between the 11th and the 14th?
Or I do not even have a date book with me because I ran out of the house so fast. Um, yeah, so that would be record the 11th to 14th, post the 15th.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Margie, that puts you into the last week.
Okay.
So you'll post on the 29th.
I can record anytime, but probably better at more like 7 than 6.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you know what? My calendar's not filled in yet. Darn it. Yeah, let's shoot. Okay, I have something. Can we try for Monday that's not another birthday. Let's try for let's try for the 25th.
Okay. That gives us time if something comes up, we can move you to,
A different night, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that sounds like a plan. Denise, are you interested at all in trying to figure out how to start a public Facebook page and switch that over?
I can look into that, yes.
Because if you can get one started, you can use any of the graphics and stuff off of the private page. And then I can invite everybody to the new one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will look into that
I appreciate it.
tomorrow and the next day or so and see what I can come up with and get it going. Because I can even contact Sid if I have any questions. It shouldn't be that hard. I've created Facebook pages before, so.
Right. And like I said, she created 2 different styles of page.
Right.
One was more, I think, like a business page, which was to me a lot harder to follow than this was. So that's
Okay.
why I use this one, because she told me to look at the 2 and decide which one I liked. And that's the one I started using. Because the ones that have like this, there's some of the business ones that I think are really hard to navigate. I like ours because it has the post right on the front page.
Right.
All right.
So I'm just looking really quickly. So you can link and unlink Facebook pages to a group.
Yes. You can.
So
I knew that.
yeah.
And that's beneficial if we can find, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but even like a Facebook page, say that Kathleen has for one of her Christian, I
Right.
think we start linking pages, then we're going to get more visibility.
Right. And we can
So-
link the public page to the private page for anyone
Yes.
who doesn't get moved over.
Yeah. So we can link to them. And then if we ask, well, that's just something we can think about too, to grow is asking other places to link us to theirs too.
Right.
We get more visibility and more.
All right.
Hey, Tony, can you let us know after you view this, whether the recording worked, if you like, and you can, yeah, just email or whatever.
Also send you, like, once I get it on there, I can send you the link. Because it'll be private. I won't make it public.
Right, right.
Why is my phone making noise?
Do we have a time set for the day of the conference?
No, that was the thing we were just saying. If we I said do. So, I mean, how do you all feel about doing the day of the conference breakout sessions? Honest opinions.
I say we can pick a time and have it scheduled and see what type of response we're getting from the speakers, and I don't know, maybe go from there for like the first couple or see what's happening. I don't know.
All right, well, I'm thinking like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
One or two would be good. Yep.
Really?
Like if we did like 1 to 3
Yeah.
for breakout sessions.
And
Yeah.
are you gonna have people sign up?
Yeah,
And-
so I think I have to look at the Eventbrite page, see what changes I can make, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on very quickly is changing the Eventbrite to a free event and find ways to drive people to our Facebook page, as well as because I can always send out YouTube links to anybody who registers on the Facebook page for the videos, and they can get the emails. But I also give them that option of getting on the Facebook page.
And at the end of their speeches, make sure that you speak of what your breakout session would be and what it entails.
Yes,
too.
yes, that's important too. And like encourage them to attend the breakout session. And so I think when I rewrite the event or when I send out an email, well, I guess I'll just rewrite the event since I don't have that many attendees. It'll explain that this year's event is going to be done in a COVID fashion. I'm twitching.
Don't talk like that.
We're going virtual. You're going to get a shot in the arm of the Holy Spirit. Cheerlead, cheerlead.
Why don't you write it? Dave says it's the only shot they need.
Oh,
Agreed.
Vaccine, but so anyway, so that's going to be my first thing is getting on there. And I think I am going to ask people to register on Eventbrite. And then if they when they register on Eventbrite, that's when they'll receive the videos as well as the Zoom meeting invite for the day of the event. So basically that's what I'll tell them is register for the event in order to receive the speaker videos ahead of time to view at your leisure and join us together as we can get on the day of the event from 1 to 3.
Yeah, just join us on Zoom. I mean, that way it's clear.
Have our
Marcy,
break
do you help her write that? Because
Yes, Marcy.
she's having problems. Well,
okay.
you're not happy with it, and it's fine. So Marcy, yeah, you
I will
help
make
write
sure that it gets approved.
help her write the introduction.
Well, we just have to keep talking to her. You know, the first time that you brightened up during this whole conversation is when you said doo-doo.
Why?
Tony girl.
Doo-doo.
I do all the time. I go poo-poo too.
There you go. Look at her smiling. I love it. What else are we talking about, honey?
All right, anything else?
Yeah, it would have been a guy over this meeting, but over 3 hours ago.
Stop it. We can hear you.
All right. All right, get your speeches done. Let me know if anybody needs to change their days. And
I'll let you know what my day is.
awesome, sounds great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
You.
you.
Pray for each other.
Thank you, Tony.
Who wants to pray for us now, please?
I can.
Thanks.
Oh, dear Lord, we just thank you for women who are willing to persevere, Lord. We are just so seeking to do this the way you want. We know that you have something very special for every woman involved and every woman attending. And Lord, I just pray that you'll continue to speak into our lives, into our speeches, make this work easy, make the technology just go well, Lord, so that we can reach the people with the message that you have for them. I pray for it to not just influence the people that attend and serve, but have more far-reaching effects of healed hearts and fears that are squelched. And I pray that your truth is what makes these differences. I thank you for every woman here. I thank you for their time. I ask you to bless every one of them and keep them safe. And I just pray all these things in Jesus' name, amen.
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 Thank you very much. All right, guys,
Kathleen, do you want to talk late now or just another time?
Can we do another time because I'm about to go finish making a pie.
Another apple pie?
Oh God, a friend of mine wanted me to make a peach pie. I've never baked in my life ever. And I made her an apple pie and it's just gone downhill from there. So
It looked delicious.
it was amazing. When you follow the directions, it's amazing what happens. So
I got peaches from the peach truck this past summer. So
oh,
I had like a case of peaches. So I have a whole bag of peaches. And I found a recipe for a really easy recipe for peach cobbler. And it turned out pretty well. I just got to remember to.
It did. I had a slice of that.
Yeah, that was good, huh?
yeah.
That reminds me of pulling out the peaches to make some peach cobbler.
Yeah, it's hard to find peaches this time of year. So
Tony, when you make that, I think I have to come over and tell you something that day.
Okay.
Okay.
me too. I gotta come over and talk to you and have a cup of tea.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Cobbler.
wonderful.
Very
I
important.
got all kinds of flavors of tea from our word walkers this past
You
Wednesday.
did.
Well, there
I
you
have tea. I probably should bring some tea in case
Yeah. We'll do a This Is Us meeting in person sometime soon.
you.
And I'll
Tea
make.
time.
Don't joke with me, Tony.
You're welcome. Hey, even when we're having a virtual meeting, if you want it to be in person, you come see me. I'm open to it.
Okay.
Tony, did you want us to have another meeting with you?
My virtual meeting. What's that?
Did you want us to meet with you again before the 30th, like as a group, like we are today?
I don't know that we necessarily have to get together as a group as long as everybody's doing their thing individually.
Yep.
Marcy, you're still working with Margie, right?
Mhm.
And like I said, if you have any questions or something's not working out, let me know. And if I
I'll bug you.
need anything or if I
Tony,
need,
you said if we have handouts for our breakout.
email them to me and I can put them on the Facebook page.
Okay.
And I can also email them to anybody who registers.
Okay.
So we can do it so that anybody who has handouts for a breakout session can, they can get all the handouts. Like Denise was saying, sometimes it's nice, even if they can't go to all the breakout sessions, if they get the handouts for the sessions, they're happy. So, all right.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. And then I'll make sure I coordinate. I can even coordinate your handouts with your, like the release of your handouts with your video. So I can send them the video link along with your handouts.
Okay.
So that if you have anything that you want as a handout for your talk. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay, guys, I will talk to you later.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
Love you. Thanks.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. I know you can't see me. I don't know why. Don't know.